Hey guys, Ross Robertson here. You know, electric trolling motors have come a long way, and whether you're a walleye guy like myself or a bass guy, these units like the Minn Kota Ulterra here, or the Terrovas even, you know, the autopilot features and spot lock and all those different things really give you a big heads up. But there's a few little things as you're putting these together. I just put this as the brand new, the Ulterra. It's a pretty hot new engine. I just put this on my boat myself, and you know, there's a few little steps that I do that really kind of make a big difference when you're out there in the big lakes, and for that matter, really any situation. And one thing I like to do is put the MK47 universal plate on. Now, whether you're trying to switch back and forth between trolling motors, or just like myself, I'm on a Ranger 621. It's a pretty steep angle here at certain ramps, and this trolling motor, it's going to hang over because of the way this deploys. It's not a scissor mount. So the nice thing about that is you can just slide this in, you know, 6-8 inches or whatever, and you're not going to hit when you go to launch at a really steep launch, or if you got to leave your trailer out. But long story short, even for covering, you can get that in there a little bit, and sometimes that's a lot easier on your cover. But one of the tips, besides the MK47, which I think is a great deal, I can actually put a couple more bolts in there instead of the normal that you would if you didn't have a plate, because you have a little extra space here being a little longer. But two other things that I do is it comes with a little, you know, screw down. I add another one. So one little trick I'm going to give you is this is a 3/16 Allen wrench. I keep this right in my cup holder up here, and by putting this down here, this is actually what's going to keep your engine from being able to slide forwards and backwards. And I throw another one in there because the only thing better than one is two. So something like that on the top deck is going to make a big difference for your Minn Kota rigging. But the second half is underneath. You know, yes, we're using nylock nuts and things like that, but think about using where you can get in there, instead of just a fender washer, actually using some bigger like pieces of bar stock. And what I like to do is actually leave them fairly long, so I tie them together. So I'll punch a hole in each one and actually tie the two screws together, so I have almost a backing plate. And that's just going to allow me a lot more of a rigid area. It's going to be a lot heavier duty, so when you're hitting those waves, you don't have this heavy trolling motor up here kind of torquing on your boat. So little tips like that will make sure that not only your boat stays a lot better, but your trolling motor also stays in better shape.